when they are briefing the boys, they know what to tell them and how to run the journalism. So my appeal always has been that as we are looking at safety for journalists, is that we have to look at all the forms of the safety, or all the forms where journalists are facing challenges, because before we look even the brutal way outside there, but there's always also a pushing force somewhere, somehow, that you find that a journalist will have challenges in the field. So we have to look at also those ones. And also let us also try to see that the professionalism in us is felt at one point. Because this is a profession that I feel that everyone will feel proud to be. I feel proud to be a journalist, and it pains me right now that public service had to scrap off journalists to be a professional course, and because they used to get allowances, it was scrapped off. But I feel that we, the journalists here, can also emulate that, and we see that they feel the power of the professionalism in this. So let us work towards the professionalism. When I talk about the professionalism, it comes in so many ways. It comes how do you interpret the law? How do you interpret an order? When you are in the field, which side are you capturing all these things from? Because it's so hard for some cases where you will fail to protect a journalist when he's on the other side or doesn't even have credentials like I'm a journalist. Another thing is about corruption. I know we don't eat the profession, but at least there's a certain level of integrity that we have to put in as we practice outside there. Another thing is about the learning itself. We have a lot of half-baked journalists outside there. So they are really affecting the profession. So we have to also to work on that. So many schools are mushrooming and they are teaching journalism. But at the end of the day, what they are producing, they are not journalists. I hate it when I go for a workshop at Hotel Africana and other big hotels, and you find their masqueraders waiting to just bomb a room to sign for. They fight for the 20K allowance given there. That is not professionalism. Me, I happen that I worked with Observer, and they had to teach us what it means to be a professional journalist. So let us look at this. If someone is really affected, or let us see how do we help. Do we have already mechanisms in place to see that we streamline who is a journalist? We also validating, because UNESCO, what is doing for us here is something very good that we have to utilize the chance. That even we can look at how we can change our act at the end of the day, because you'll find that sometimes it begins from the top to down. That you find that the media council, there's media council, and who is heading it and who is supposed to elect or appoint the person, and is it a proper way? What kind of governance do we have in place? Is it only journalists? Do we also have stakeholders involved to see that we are streamlining the way we are operating as media? Those are some of the key things we have to begin with, because at the end of the day, if we are to be foot soldiers down there to fight for the safety, we have a big team behind. I'm telling you this because I know what it means when a journalist is assaulted, and just a few of you come out that we are boycotting, but then the other team behind passing, us, we don't know where we're going to eat from. So please, they're doing their own thing. So the solidarity is never felt. So if it is never felt, who is going to represent you up there when those who reach there are taking a different voice? And yet you down here, it is like you are in precedence, you are sitting down. Yet even if you sit down, most of the journalists are freelancers, you are paid per story. And if you are paid per story, are you going to sit striking for a full month? What are you going to eat? So it's better we look at professionalizing, we look at streamlining from up down. With UNESCO, they can help us to move and push for that. Let's also utilize the courses in place, the new courses in place, to see that we learn more of the new way we can exercise our duties, or we can do we can go ahead with our profession, because we are finding people doing IT and what taking up the profession because they are adopting the trends. And for us, we are neglecting, we are waiting for, we are left with only the 5 Ws and age. After all, I follow that, I know how to go and capture, edit a story, and then I send it in. But how do you market yourself to see that the story is there, that yourself actually, you are the address? It is not the media house is the address, but you are the address. Like people are taking up the consultancy work. All of you are potential consultants. This is the chance for us to see that we do that. We have so many stories to tell. We are information managers. So as information managers, let us try so much to carry that on, but it is through professionalism. So all in all, what's me at the end of the day, I'm seeing us coming up with mechanisms like the way we've been doing before. It is not a one man's job that why doing this, why doing that, but it's us coming together that when there is this, we can do like this. When there is this, we can do like this. So it's about interacting and see that we come up with a common goal and a common good that will help safeguard the journalists, but at the end of the day, they are good reporters, or they give us good information to the public, because you influence a lot. You influence a lot. Because at the end of the day, when you look at the theories in place, the framing, you do a very big job to frame what should be there. When you wake up and you read the book a day, which is one of the papers the border riders love most, you will find that the border riders know about the Russian war more than anyone, because the book has done its job to see that they take them to Russia and Ukraine. So the way we frame the things, let us also think about ourselves, and we frame and we see that we also, the public feels, even if they feel the pain, but how are we solving this problem, other than always to be us crying to the public, and they feel like we are used. So, but let us have the mechanism. Let us use UNESCO, because they are here to help us to see that we are safeguarding the journalists, but also we are acting professionally, and also the government is helping us, or we are on the door of the government to remind them that we need this freedom. We need to be independent. We need to work independently from any interferences. These things of pluralism or what, they are nothing to us, but we can run the media business ourselves. Thank you so much.